Right now, we should be playing the annual Egg Hunt, but Roblox decided that things should be different. Every year during the spring, Roblox would host their annual Egg Hunt to the massive amounts of excitement and joy around the Roblox community. Players would wait in anticipation for months for the annual Egg Hunt, keeping a sharp eye on every new leak and teaser. Once the event began, players would rush to become the first ones to collect a new egg and join in on the yearly tradition. It was the biggest gathering of Roblox players every time one happened and saw thousands of players young and old join in on the fun. Everybody who experienced one knows the charm and magic Roblox Egg Hunts brought upon the community. They were always one of the highlights of each year and were beloved by Roblox players, until Roblox decided to change things. Here we are on the third year in a row without an egg hunt and second without any kind of so-called spring hunt. What was once the most magical time of the year has become nothing but just a couple of weeks in the Roblox world. Today we're going to look at the rise and fall of egg hunts and how Roblox destroyed them. The first ever Roblox Egg Hunt happened in 2008 under a completely different name and with a completely different format. Extravaganza was Roblox's first egg hunt, which began on March 20th, 2008 and lasted for 1 to 4 hours each day until March 23rd, 2008. That's right, the egg hunts only occurred for 1 to 4 hours per day for 4 days, with the first 2 days being 1 hour and the last 2 days being 4 hours. Instead of there being a game or certain games to find eggs in, every game would just see eggs falling from the sky which players could then collect. There were 11 different eggs, with each one having its own certain way to collect it, giving players a little challenge instead of just walking around to collect them. Extravaganza 2010 was next up in the Egg Hunt series after Roblox didn't do one in 2009 for unknown reasons. It followed the same format as 2008 with eggs dropping from the sky but experienced severe issues that caused it to get delayed. It began on April 2nd and lasted until the 4th, but was delayed until July due to server problems caused by too many people trying to collect eggs. In total, there were 23 eggs to collect, but non-Builders Club members were only able to collect a maximum of 6, while Builders Club members had no limit. After taking another year off, Roblox hosted Egg Hunt 2012 and for the first time had a dedicated game for the event. It lasted 11 days non-stop, featured 25 eggs, and actually broke the then all-time record for concurrent players in the game with 9,354. But it was Egg Hunt 2013 that defined what an egg hunt was and really solidified it as the top event of each year. Unlike the previous 3 egg hunts, or egg drops, eggs didn't fall from the sky but instead spawned in certain areas across a large original map. The map was huge with many unique areas with their own unique eggs that combined gave off a really nice feeling of spring. The in-game quests were great and the eggs designs were the best yet, featuring many unique designs versus the almost flat egg-shaped ones from before. The egg hunt didn't only happen in-game though, as there were 3 hidden throughout the website and 6 were obtainable in studio. In total there were 34 eggs, but specific ones hatched and were replaced by other hats, which wasn't very well received by the community. But other than that, Egg Hunt 2013 was a massive success that set multiple records including concurrent players and most visits in a week. Personally, I feel like it was the best Egg Hunt ever, but no matter what you think of it, its success undeniably helped shape the future of Egg Hunts. Egg Hunt 2014 was the first Egg Hunt to feature multiple maps and probably would have been the best one ever if not for various bugs. The event had 5 different maps which all featured the same place but in different periods of time, including Neolithic, Medieval, Present, Uncertain Future, and Forsaken Future. The maps were simple yet beautiful and told the story of the joyful changing of times, then the demise of the world after Rabid Rabbit stole everyone's eggs. There were 34 decent looking eggs to collect, with 2 hidden in the website and 1 in the April Fool's Egg Hunt, which was only obtained 3,864 times. The combined use of tech, amazing maps, the fun quests, teamwork, and battles to get eggs, and the great looking eggs could have led to this being the best egg hunt ever. Unfortunately, it was riddled with a ton of bugs, including the old infamous spawn glitch, leading to the game being shut down a ton or unplayable. There were so many game-breaking bugs that turned what could have been the best egg hunt ever, in my opinion, into a total mess. Unfortunately, it's more remembered for its bugs than anything, but it was still a really good event when it wasn't falling apart. Then Egg Hunt 2015 happened and suddenly everybody wished they could go back to the broken and laggy Egg Hunt 2014. 2015 was the first modern Egg Hunt to be a dev hunt, being held in 3 developer-made games instead of being held in its own original game. There were 12 less eggs than the year before with only 22, the lowest since 2008, and the designs were very mid to say the least. Super Bomb Survival and Twisted Murderer had their eggs more gameplay driven, while Ripple minigames pretty much shut down and became a real egg hunt. Some of the eggs had cool ways to get them, but it was mostly gameplay themed or just boring and uninteresting quests. It was absolutely blasted and was easily the worst egg hunt ever at the time. Egg Hunt 2016 was also developer made, but the game it was in was solely made for the egg hunt and was pretty good. The map was a little small but featured some fun quests and well-built areas where 26 pretty simple yet nicely designed eggs were obtainable. One of the most challenging egg quests was featured in this event, requiring players to find 100 of these little shards in one server among other things to obtain the Febrain's egg. It wasn't anything insane, but it was a pretty enjoyable event that was definitely an improvement over the lackluster 2015. Egg Hunt 2017 saw the return of multiple maps with 9 pretty solid ones made by the elite builders of Robloxia group. The maps were cool, especially the underwater map, which I really enjoyed, and the egg designs were okay at best despite there being a record high. Overall, it was really well received and was the biggest egg hunt at the time, but it wasn't super legendary like 2013 or the next one. Egg Hunt 2018 has been widely regarded as the best Roblox egg hunt ever by the majority of the community since it released. There were 45 eggs to collect across 6 large and detailed maps that were some of the best built out of any event game ever. Again, despite the record high amount of eggs, there were only a few really good ones, a lot of alright ones, and an oddly high amount of eggs that weren't eggs. Egg Hunt 2018 was definitely the most story and fetch quest oriented egg hunt, which was enjoyed a lot by almost everybody. Some of y'all may remember I was not fond of the event because I didn't like the high reliance on looking for NPCs in order to get eggs, basically making it an NPC hunt. But the majority of people were fine with that, so Egg Hunt 2018 is still regarded as the best egg hunt ever and is still cherished by thousands of players. Despite Egg Hunt 2018 being the most popular and well-received egg hunt ever, Roblox decided to change things up for 2019. And this is where the downfall of egg hunts really begins with Egg Hunt 2019 Scrambled in Time, a 42-game dev hunt. Although everybody hated Egg Hunt 2015 and loved Egg Hunt 2018 more than any other, Roblox opted to go the dev hunt route. There were a record high of 58 eggs available across 42 games along with a central hub exclusively for the event. The hub was honestly trash in my opinion, being broken, very ugly, and also having the first eggs that just sat in one place without despawning. Aside from a few standout eggs like the Egg of Gravitation and the Egg Tricks, a lot of the eggs were pretty poorly made. But the biggest issue with this event was the fact it was a 42 random game dev hunt with one egg being in each game. The games followed no theme and several of them experienced major glitches or were simply unfit to be in an egg hunt. Some games like Hacker and Escape Room experienced extreme lag, while others like Roblox Theme Park and the Labyrinth often took hours for players to get the egg. 42 games was simply too tedious and too much to go through, having to learn new mechanics and dealing with different issues in every single game. The criticism section of the Roblox wiki being this long tells you how bad Egg Hunt 2019 really was. It was without a doubt the worst egg hunt ever, and it was made known. There was extreme outrage within the community. You'd think Roblox would listen to that criticism and make Egg Hunt 2020 better, but instead they did the exact opposite of what everyone wanted. Egg Hunt 2020 wasn't supposed to even happen due to the Live Ops update, but Roblox put one out after Live Ops failed miserably. Egg Hunt 2020 Agents of Egg was a 49-game dev hunt without a central hub or lobby and without any story or theme. Despite the trailer showing off a spy theme, that theme was not present at all in any of the games except maybe 1 or 2. Everything was so random with one egg, most of which were again just man designed per game, making it a chore to go through so many games to get them. Again, a ton of the games had issues, whether it be being too difficult, having bugs, being laggy, or some deploying pay-to-win tactics. The criticism section is even bigger than the 2019 one, which makes sense because Egg Hunt 2020 had more broken games. Both 2019 and 2020 were terrible though, and really neither was far worse than the other. They were just both horrendously bad. Instead of following up on what made egg hunts great, Roblox opted to revert to the most hated egg hunt, but made it even worse despite the outcry against it. Then came Egg Hunt 2021, or it didn't, but Roblox announced it then later rebranded it to Metaverse Champions, which only happened once. There was no hunt in 2022, and obviously there hasn't been one in 2023, and it's looking like egg hunts are done for forever. What was once the most exciting thing in all of Roblox was destroyed, then rebranded and eventually cancelled as a whole. Egg hunts were the biggest gathering of the Roblox community every year, and Roblox decided to end it. Roblox chose to stop doing what made egg hunts great, and opted to do something players and even devs made clear they didn't like. Despite Roblox enlisting developers to make egg hunts since 2016, they opted to instead revert back to dev hunts. Nobody liked the dev hunt in 2015, developers of the games in it even spoke out, yet Roblox decided to do it again but bigger, meaning worse. All the magic of the seasonal event was turned into a soulless chore because Roblox didn't consider what players preferred. And now we don't even have an egg hunt or any kind of hunt event as Roblox has taken steps away from interacting with the community. The fall of egg hunts is a sad story because this was the most magical thing every single year for all Roblox players. Nobody is really sure why Roblox ended egg hunts, whether it be them cheaping out and not wanting to pay for it or deeming egg hunts as religious. No matter what the reason is, Roblox should have never put an end to egg hunts, nor should they have turned it into something players hated. They could have continued having a solo game made by devs to keep the developer-focused theme, but opted for hated dev hunts. Then they decided to rebrand egg hunts likely to help promote the metaverse, and Arthro then ended up ending these hunts altogether. We should be having an egg hunt right now, but instead Roblox decided to ruin them by making them dev hunts, then stop doing them altogether.